Hello, my mystic friends. I'm your astrologer, Patricia Tate, and I want to share with you about the sun entering into the very fiery sign of Sagittarius. This will be on November 22nd, 2025. Sagittarius wants to expand beyond what we already know. Will be a major change within the sky and will also be felt within each and every one of us. The sun leaving the sign of Scorpio marks this transition of deep emotional waters that transform into the fire of exploration. Now, in this all 12 signs astrology forecast, I want to walk you through the key planetary transits and how they're stirring up change within all of us. If you are new here, welcome. I blend traditional Western and evolutionary astrology in order to help you align with your soul's path. For more on this transit, check out my video for the collective energy and what to expect. You can learn more about my offerings at willowgracemystic.com. So let's dive in. So for my Aries friends, you have the sun moving into the sign of Sagittarius in a fellow fire sign. I absolutely love this because it's in harmony with who you are. The sun, when it moves into the sign of Sagittarius on the 22nd, it lights this inspiration and it shines directly on your ninth house of higher wisdom and learning and thoughts and ideas. It's about communication, it's travel, it's expansion. This is a liberating and invigorating shift for you. The sun becomes part of the mini grand, with the focal point being with Pluto. Now, Neptune is out of sign, but it's still within 1 degree of. And so we have the sun connected to Neptune and Pluto with a focal point of transformation. And so the sun in Sagittarius, it basically rekindles your belief in what is possible. It encourages you to reconnect with your vision, to embrace new experiences, things that can challenge your current worldview. Remember, Pluto likes to transform. It's the planet of birth and death and rebirth. This transit, it's inviting you to broaden your horizons, to study, to travel, to explore. This could be spiritual exploration or these meaningful conversations with people from different backgrounds. Remember, this is cross-cultural experiences. You might feel called to share your knowledge or to teach, to become a student, or to become the teacher, something that you've learned from your own personal transformation. The ninth house, it's the realm of truth and faith and philosophy. It's bigger than. As the sun lights up this area, you are being asked to realign with your own guiding principles. Now, the opportunities that come from this transit, they come from publishing, or education, or expansion of your reach, connecting with people far and wide, especially if you work in coaching or spirituality or in communication. The challenge for you is to stay grounded, to avoid the burning out, because this is about overcommitting. Sagittarius is a lot of energy, and so it's letting curiosity lead, but keeping the focus of your direction clear. This is an opportunity for you to trust in what is unfolding, because growth, it comes from saying yes to the unknown. It's just stepping into it and trying it. A mantra for you can be, I expand with courage and faith because I am guided by truth and the fire of a new discovery. So for my Aries friends, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear thoughts about this in the comments below. So for my Taurus friends, on November 22nd, 2025, you're going to have the sun activate the mini grand with Pluto, the sun, and Neptune. Now, Neptune is at 29 degrees in Pisces, but it's still 1 degree. It's still holding together the direction of where do we want this transformation to go and flow. And so having the sun enter into the sign of Sagittarius, it is in your 8th house, which is the house of transformation, shared resources. It's your emotional depth. After weeks of focusing on partnerships during Scorpio season, it was going through your house of the other. Your awareness now is not focused on them, but it's focused inward towards bonds, these connections that you have with other people, patterns, relationship patterns, energetic exchanges that shape your life that cannot be seen. It's what is going on beneath the surface. This is a season for you to dive into profound self-awareness, of healing, of regeneration. The eighth house is about shared investments, both financial and emotional. It's where we invest our time, our effort, and our energy into other people. You might be reviewing joint accounts or inheritances, wills, debts, energetic ties that need balance and transparency. The sun's light here is going to help you to see what's been hidden. It empowers you to reclaim your strength and step into more of an emotional honesty. It's time for you to release these old fears around vulnerability and power and control, and embrace intimacy from a place of truth and trust. Now, spiritually, this transit, it opens up this portal of transformation for you. You might find yourself drawn to topics like psychology or astrology or the mysteries of birth and life and death. All Sagittarius themes that help you to grow through an understanding. The key here is to allow change without resistance, because what ends now, it's clearing the space for you to experience future abundance. True empowerment, it's found in surrendering the control and trusting what is the renewal. So a mantra for you can be, I release the past and I rise renewed, embracing truth and courage and emotional freedom. So for my Taurus friends, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. So for my Gemini friends, the sun is now moving into your partnership sector, the 7th house. On November 22nd, 2025, it will illuminate the 1+1, partners, collaborations, all of your one-on-one connections, best friends, significant others, open enemies, exes. This is the house of contracts and negotiations. This season, it shifts your focus from personal development into the mirror of your relationships. It reminds you that your growth, it happens not just through self-discovery, but in how you engage and interact with other people. Sagittarius energy, it encourages honesty and expansion and shared purpose and goals within your connections. Now, during this transit, you might feel this renewed sense of desire to want to have companionship, whether it's romance or friendship or business, professional, collaborative. You can attract these people who truly inspire you, who challenge you to grow beyond what is familiar. If you are with a partner, whether it be business or personal, this will be a time to bring more truth and more adventure into your bond, your connection, through shared goals or travel or honest conversations about what do you want the future to look like. If you are single, someone with a fiery or worldly view or this worldly energy, they can now enter into your life, reflecting the current need for freedom and wisdom from you. Now, the lesson you are going to experience for this, remember that this is forming this harmonious mini grand trine. Neptune is out of sign, but still within 1 degree. It's at 29, and Pluto is the focal point of this mini grand of transformation within your 9th house. So the lesson here is going to be the sun's light exposing these dynamics that need to grow, that need to expand. Power imbalances, unspoken expectations, or limitations that can restrict who you are, your own authenticity. I would approach your relationships as sacred teachers, not as obstacles. Every connection is going to be a mirror for you now. It's showing you how to give and how to receive love. A mantra for you can be, I honor my truth in connections. I'm expanding through honesty and balance and our shared purpose. So for my Gemini friends, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. So for my Cancer friends, the sun is now shifting into the fiery sign of Sagittarius on November 22nd, 2025, which is your sixth house of health and wellness, your daily habits. It's your daily rhythm. It's the balance between your home and your career. It's how you care and nurture yourself, but also the service that you can give to other people. Now, the sun is working in harmony with Pluto and with Neptune. Neptune is out of sign, but it is still within 1 degree, keeping this mini grand. Now, the focal point is the shift up to Pluto, the planet that wants us to totally transform and evolve and grow. And so, after this creative and expansive energy of Scorpio season, the shift now grounds you in your daily purpose. It's the goal is to help align your everyday habits with what is your higher truth. Sagittarius, it brings enthusiasm. It brings these visions to your routines. It inspires you to reconnect with the meaning within small, steady steps that will help reshape your life. This is a perfect time for you to reassess your relationship with your health, mind, body, spirit, mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, psychological health, your service to others, where you give and where you volunteer, and your own productivity, keeping a balance between home and career. You might feel called to bring more adventure, more variety into your work environment, or to study something that's new that enhances your skill set, or to adopt a wellness routine that nourishes your mind, your body, your spirit. We can find alternative healthcare and healing practices and modalities here too. Now, because Sagittarius, it seeks out growth and expansion, balance in discipline with flexibility here, because growth, it comes when you find joy in what you do daily. Now, spiritually, the sixth house, it reminds you that your true purpose is lived moment by moment. It's acts of service or kindness now. These are your sacred offerings to others. You may discover that healing others, it begins first with honoring your own well-being, nurturing and caring for yourself before you can give to others, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. Know that the sacred lives within the ordinary. Let your daily work become a reflection of your own truth. A mantra for you, Cancer, can be, I align my actions with purpose, creating balance and meaning and radiating well-being every day of my life. So for my Cancer friends, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. So for my Leo friends, the sun is your chart ruler, and on November 22nd, 2025, it is igniting your fifth house of creativity and passion and self-expression. I love this because it's in a fellow fire sign. It is part of this mini grand. Neptune is out of sign, but still within 1 degree. So it's working in harmony with what are we transforming? Partnerships, relationships, your connection to the other. And so this energy, it's going to feel natural. It's going to feel invigorating for you. After the very introspective Scorpio season, this transit will reawaken your joy. It's inspiring you to play, to create, to shine, to come and work from a space of your heart. The fire sign of Sagittarius, it harmonizes beautifully with your own. It's lighting this spark of optimism and romance and inspiration. This is going to be your season to truly tune in and rediscover what makes you feel alive. Creative projects, they take on this new meaning. The fifth house is, what do I want to give birth to? What do I want to create? This is your confidence within your own gifts. It can grow stronger now. You might feel drawn to share your message, or to showcase your talents, or reconnect with hobbies or people who bring you genuine happiness. If there is romance in the air, because the fifth house is the house of lovers, this is connections that are formed now. They carry on this spirit of adventure and this mutual growth for the two of you, but they also ask for honesty and authenticity. The fifth house, it reminds you that your creation, it flows best when you allow joy to lead the way for you, whether it's through art or teaching or parenting or play. Look to express your truth without holding back. This is how your light, it becomes the medicine for other people. Look to let love and creativity guide you towards your most authentic self-expression. A mantra for you, Leos, can be, I create with joy and confidence, shining my light freely and inspiring others through love. So for my Leo friends, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. So for my Virgo friends, on November 22nd, 2025, you are going to have the sun enter into the sign of Sagittarius in your fourth house of home and family and foundation. Now, along with this becomes part of this mini grand. Now, Neptune is out of sign, but it's still within 1 degree. So we still have this focal point of Pluto wanting transformation, wanting the growth, wanting the evolution of. So the fourth house for you is literally the lowest part of your chart, your emotional foundation. The fourth house revolves around your living situation. It's your personal life. It's your ancestral. It's your DNA. So after this busy, outwardly focused Scorpio season, now the shift says, let's go inward towards your heart, towards your roots, towards the spaces that nurture your soul. Sagittarius brings warmth and truth and this perspective to your own inner world. It's encouraging you to find freedom and inspiration within your own private life. This is a beautiful time for you to reconnect with your sense of belonging. You might feel called to topics that have to do with home, realign your home environment, or to spend time more with loved ones, or reflect on how your upbringing shaped your beliefs that you have now. There can be family relationships that expand or they shift, inviting new understandings of forgiveness. The fourth house, it also connects to your emotional security, the place within you that just feels like home no matter where you are. Sagittarius here, it inspires you to heal the past by viewing it through the lens of wisdom, not through judgment. You might feel ready to explore new living arrangements, or to bring more openness or adventure into your domestic life that you're living. Trust that where you feel guided is where you're going to want to plant new roots. And so know that home is not a place. It's this inner flame within you that is of truth and belonging. So a mantra for you can be, I create a sanctuary of peace and wisdom and authenticity within and around me. So for my Virgo friends, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. So for my Libra friends, on November 22nd, 2025, you're going to have the sun enter into the sign of Sagittarius. As it does, it is going to create this mini grand part of what has been going on. Now, Neptune is out of sign, but it's still at 29 degrees, so it's still within 1 degree of. And the goal is for it to be focusing on the Pluto. That is all of these planets are all working in unison. Having the sun enter into the sign of Sagittarius here, it's activating your third house. This is the house of communication and learning and studying and connection. After having the sun go through the depth of Scorpio season, this shift, it will feel lighter. It will reawaken your curiosity, your creativity, your desire to share your ideas that can uplift and inspire, to connect with neighbors and siblings and cousins, and infuse this energy with people within your close community. Sagittarius energy, it infuses your voice with warmth and truth. It's helping you to speak from a place of clarity and confidence. This transit, it's inviting you to expand, because Sagittarius wants to expand your mind and the message that you want to give to others. It's the things that we say and how we transform the information that we take in and disseminate it and share it with others. You might feel drawn to writing or to teaching or to speaking or to exploring new subjects that can broaden your perspective, your horizons. Everyday interactions, they take on these new meanings. Siblings, neighbors, close friends, they can offer you these insights that shift how you see the world. Travel or short trips, they can inspire growth, or they can spark these creative ideas. The third house, it reminds you that your thoughts, they shape your reality. So notice where your words or these mental patterns may have been either limiting your joy, and replace them with a narrative that's rooted in faith and hope and optimism. Sagittarius, it encourages you to express from the heart. It's not about perfection. This is really going to be this powerful time to align with what you say with what you believe. Know that your words, they are seeds of creation. Look to plant them with truth and purpose. So a mantra for you can be, I speak with clarity and joy. I am sharing ideas that inspire growth and connection with others. So for my Libra friends, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. So for my Scorpio friends, on November 22nd, 2025, the sun, which has been in your first house, is now going to be shifting into your second house of values, self-worth, cash, property, talents, skill set, resources, the house of what do I need in order to feel safe and secure. So after it's leaving your solar season's deep emotional work, the shift now invites you to integrate what you've learned about yourself into these with tangible confidence. When the sun moves into the sign of Sagittarius, it's working in harmony with this mini grand with Neptune, which is out of sign, but still within 1 degree, and with Pluto, focusing on your home, your family, your foundation, the bottom part of your chart that needs the most stability in order to create and build upon. So this shift is now inviting you to integrate everything that you've learned, and it's wanting you to do it with confidence. The light now moves from transformation into stabilization for you. It's helping you to ground your purpose in self-belief, in prosperity, and with your aligned priorities. This is going to be a season for you to reconnect with your worth, emotionally, spiritually, financially. Sagittarius energy, it expands your perspective around money, around abundance, around what truly brings you fulfillment. You might feel called to pursue possibly a new income stream, or to invest in education, or align with your talents with something that feels more meaningful to you. This is not just about financial gain, but about knowing that what you have to offer has value. This transit, it can also bring about this fresh sense of optimism. Remember, Sagittarius is faith and belief in something that we don't know, that is out there. This is our long-term goals. You are learning that abundance, it flows when these efforts, they align with your authentic truth. So stay mindful of overextending yourself or chasing in many different directions at one time, because Sagittarius, it can scatter the focus. Instead, choose what fuels your joy and trust that it's going to grow. Know that true wealth, it begins with your own self-worth. Trust your own inner resources during this transit. A mantra for you can be, I honor my gifts and I build abundance through confidence, gratitude, and my authenticity. So for my Scorpio friends, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. So for my Sagittarius friends, this is your season. On November 22nd, 2025, you now have the sun illuminating your first house of identity. This marks a personal rebirth for you. Now, we have this in a mini grand, working with Pluto and working with Neptune. Now, Neptune is out of sign, but it is still 1 degree away, 29 degrees. So it is still right there and able to be to work with this energy. And so this is the beginning of your solar year. This is a renewal of who you are, your identity, your vitality, your purpose. I always say that the first house is your business card. It's your website. It's who you are presenting to the world. Your light. It shines, and all lights are directly shining on you. They are illuminating the path ahead for you. They're inviting you to step up and step forward with authenticity, with courage. After a period of deep inner reflection of Scorpio in your 12th house, you are now ready to reemerge stronger and wiser and filled with a new vision. This is your season to truly reclaim your power, to redefine what is your story. The sun in your first house, it revitalizes your energy, your confidence, your presence. You might feel inspired to refresh your appearance, change your clothes, change your wardrobe, your hairstyle, set new goals, or begin projects that reflect your personal truth. Others are going to notice your enthusiasm, your natural optimism. It now becomes magnetic. It draws in opportunities that match your own growth. Because Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, this cycle is about expansion through faith and through hope. You are being asked to trust yourself, to embody the lessons that you've learned over the past year. This is a time for you to lead with your heart, not with hesitation. Avoid scattering your focus. Look instead to channel your fire into what feels purposeful and aligned for you. My Sagittarius friends, a mantra can be, I awakened, renewed. I am embracing my path with courage, wisdom, and radiant authenticity. So for my Sagittarius friends, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. So for my Capricorn friends, the sun is now moving into your 12th house. It is working in a harmonious aspect with Pluto in your second and Neptune at 29 degrees. Now Neptune is out of sign, but is still within 1 degree, pushing its agenda with this mini grand, saying, let's all work together. Let's formulate this. Now, having the sun now move into your 12th house, this is the house of rest and reflection. It's about spiritual renewal. It's where we tune out the outside world and tune into mind, body, spirit. This is going to mark this quiet and introspective time for you. Think of it as this final chapter before you have your own solar rebirth that'll happen next month. The energy, it turns inward now, and it's asking you to release what is no longer aligned in order to make space for healing, for peace, for a reconnection with your own inner wisdom. The 12th house is the realm of our own unconscious. It's about solitude and surrender. It's with fiery Sagittarius here, your spiritual insight, it deepens. Your dreams, your intuitive messages, they carry this profound guidance for you. You might feel called to take a step back from outer demands to process emotional and energetic shifts that have gone on over the past year. This is not about withdrawal, but it's about alignment with the divine, with the rhythm of restoration for you. This transit, it supports meditation and yoga and journaling and spiritual study. It's about inspiration that's flowing best when you give yourself permission to just tune in and pause, to take a step back. By trusting the unseen, you are clearing this karmic residue in order to help you prepare for your next cycle of growth. Let this season be a sacred reset for you. Let it be a bridge between endings and these new beginnings. Healing, it begins when we are in stillness, because faith, it blooms when we surrender. And so a mantra for you can be, I release and renew. I am guided by divine wisdom, and I trust in life's unfolding. So for my Capricorn friends, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. So for my Aquarius friends, you are going to have the sun enter into the sign of Sagittarius on November 22nd, 2025, and it will immediately form a harmonious aspect with Neptune at 29 degrees. It is out of sign, but it is still within 1 degree of, and Pluto in your first house of identity. This is part of this mini grand that's setting up to say, let's start something and let's focus here. Now it's activating your 11th house of community, friendship, social circles, networks, goals, your future vision. After a period of profound focus during Scorpio season, your attention it now turns towards what is your greater purpose, the networks, the groups, the social circles, the dreams that connect you to something that's larger than life itself. This is a vibrant and social season for you. It's filled with opportunities that can help you to expand your influence and to collaborate with other like-minded individuals. Sagittarius, it brings about optimism. It's enthusiasm, it's faith and hope in the long-term goals. You might feel inspired to revive a dream or to launch a vision project, something that reflects your ideals. There can be connections that are formed now that can then help you open up new doors. People who you share your purpose with, they can maybe appear offering support or a partnership, a connection. The 11th house, it also governs your hopes and humanitarian work. It makes this really an ideal time for you to engage in causes that can uplift the collective. Now, spiritually, this is about you aligning with your own authentic tribe. Surround yourself with those people who help to inspire truth and growth through individuality and the possibility of connecting with others that are like-minded individuals. Avoid spreading yourself too thin or by clinging to outdated visions. Your evolution now, it requires spaciousness and the belief in what is next. Know that true fulfillment, it comes from contributing your light to the greater whole. You saying, I want to be connected to something that is bigger than just myself. A mantra for you can be, I expand my vision through my connections, my collaborations with an inspired purpose. So for my Aquarius friends, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below. So for my Pisces friends, you now have the sun entering the highest point of your chart, your 10th house. This is on November 22nd, 2025, and it will be working in a harmonious aspect with Pluto in your 12th and Neptune at 29 degrees. Granted, it's out of sign. It's in the watery sign of Pisces, but it's still within 1 degree. And so it makes it really important for this mini grand to be the focal point of. And so it moves to the top of your chart. The sun here is illuminating your career, your reputation, your legacy, your life direction. It's the highest point. After a deeply reflective Scorpio season that expanded your spiritual and your philosophical horizons, your endeavors, this transit, it now brings this focus back to your purpose, your public expression. Sagittarius energy, it infuses your professional life with renewed passion, with vision, a sense of adventure. It reminds you that success, it comes from you aligning your work with a deeper truth. Now, this season is going to be this step to greater visibility. The 10th house is everybody seeing you as an authority figure and authority figures seeing you. This is about leadership. There can be these opportunities that arrive to share your wisdom, to teach, to guide others through your own experiences. Your professional life or the legacy that you want to leave behind, it can be expanded through travel or publishing or connection with people from different backgrounds. The sun here, it's shining a light on what you're meant to contribute to the world. It's urging you to lead with faith, with authenticity, rather than fear and perfection. Now, the challenge lies in maintaining a balance between aspiration and rest, because Sagittarius is abundance. It's a lot. Look to stay grounded in your spiritual center as you are moving forward. It's about staying grounded with this fiery energy. Recognition or clarity about your path, it's likely if you stay true to what your values are. Your purpose, it will expand when your work reflects your higher calling, or your reputation or your legacy reflects your higher calling. A mantra for you can be, I rise with confidence and faith. I am guided by truth to fulfill my soul's mission. So for my Pisces friends, thank you so much for being here. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this in the comments below.